This just in. Somewhere between your last invoice and your third attempt at logging into SARS e-filing, a machine quietly decided whether you were a risk. Not a red flag kind of risk necessarily, just the kind that might need a little extra attention. A few more checks, an automated nudge, all without anyone asking if you were comfortable handing that decision over to a digital referee you didn't know existed. That's not some far-off future scenario involving robot judges and AI auditors in smart glasses. According to TEDx speaker James Maziri, it's happening right now in South Africa with real consequences. And most people, including the ones being scored, sorted, flagged, or skipped, have absolutely no idea. This is not just a tech problem. Artificial intelligence is no longer confined to university research projects, self-driving car experiments, or badly written sci-fi movies. In South Africa, AI has already slipped into the bloodstream of public life. It's sorting taxpayers at SARS, it's helping banks decide who gets credit, it's flagging potential fraud in the medical system, it's scanning license plates and watching for suspicious behavior in low-income neighborhoods. The machines are here. What's missing is the memo. According to one survey referenced by Maziri, 73% of South Africans have either never heard of AI or have no real understanding of it, which means these systems, the ones deciding who gets help and who gets sidelined and who gets watched, are largely invisible to the people they affect most. And that's a problem. These are decisions without disclosure. Let's talk loans. In a recent study of the South African Construction Centre, AI models were found to approve applications from women-led businesses 52% less often than those led by men. When women were approved, they got less money and were charged more for it. No one programmed the algorithm to be sexist. It just learned from a biased dataset and confidently repeated history. Then there's the case of Black healthcare providers being incorrectly flagged for fraud. These professionals were targeted for investigations, fines, and penalties based not on evidence, but on the subtle prejudices baked into the system feeding the AI. And if that sounds familiar, it's because it mirrors what's happening in predictive policing, where facial recognition and behavior tracking tech are more likely to treat certain people as threats, not because they've done anything wrong, but because they happen to live in the wrong area or drive the wrong car. Small business owners, especially those from underserved communities, end up being denied access, trust, or credibility without ever knowing why. It's not a rejection letter. It's a silent disqualification that never explains itself. This is democracy without participation. AI isn't just a tech tool. It's a gatekeeper. And the gate has already been moved, locked, and automated, often with no human override. Maziri puts it bluntly. If citizens aren't involved in how AI is designed and deployed, democracy loses one of its essential ingredients, the ability to question and shape the systems that govern us. You can't challenge what you can't see, and you can't vote against a process you never knew existed. Right now, the conversation is stuck in a small triangle. Academics write papers, governments write policies, and technologists write code. Meanwhile, the rest of us just keep refreshing our tax portal and wondering why the business loan that looked so promising 2 weeks ago has mysteriously vanished into silence. Raising awareness shouldn't be a side project. Maziri's solution is practical, if ambitious. Raise public AI literacy fast and make the conversation visible to ordinary people, not just conference panels and think tanks. He points to initiatives like free online AI courses from the University of Johannesburg and even references China's decision to make AI education mandatory for primary school students. While that might be a leap for South Africa's current education system, the idea stands. Start early, start everywhere, and don't wait for a crisis. But awareness isn't the job of schools or the state. Journalists, media companies, and yes, even small business owners have a role in asking better questions and demanding more transparency. If AI is going to affect hiring, pricing, visibility, and access to opportunity, then at the very least, we deserve to know where and how it's being used. Now, here's why this matters for your business. If you run a small business and have ever applied for a loan, run a paid ad, filed a tax return, or tried to interact with a large government agency, AI has probably touched your file. That means someone or something made a prediction about your risk, reliability, or behavior and used that prediction to decide how your request was handled. You might have noticed delays, higher costs, or fewer approvals. You might have chalked it up to bad luck. But the real reason might be an algorithm making decisions based on data you've never seen and can't challenge. You don't need to become an AI engineer, but you do need to be aware that these systems are already here, already working, and already affecting the levers that control access to opportunity. One clear message is still your best defense. In a world where machines read data but don't understand nuance, clarity becomes a competitive advantage. If your business messaging is vague, you're not just confusing customers. You're confusing the algorithm that decides which content to prioritize, which accounts to flag, or which businesses to trust. And that's where you can take back some control. Download my 5-minute marketing fix to start with one sharp, human-centered message that explains what you do and why it matters. It won't fix the AI problem, but it might just help you stay visible and credible in systems that increasingly reward clarity and punish confusion. You can download it for free in the description below, or you can go to strategicmarketingtribe.com/fix. But what about you? Have you ever suspected an algorithm decided something about you without telling you? I'll go first. I once had a business loan disappear into manual review for months, and I'm starting to wonder if robots got involved. Okay, your turn. What's your story? Let me know in the comments. I'm Vicky Sidler from the Strategic Marketing Tribe, and I post helpful news updates for small businesses every day.